Hey, how's it going? This average Schmo back on this wonderful, what is today? Today is Wednesday. Hump Day. November 12th, 2025. Getting very close for literally, just about a month away now. Literally, a month away from Christmas. So, are we all getting prepared for that? I know you're saying, hey, Schmo, don't get ahead of yourself. I mean, there's Thanksgiving. And don't get me wrong, I love Thanksgiving. I absolutely love Thanksgiving because I have a lot to be thankful for. I mean, I have my health. I have my house. I'm able to have a good job and earn my keep. And I genuinely, I feel bad for people out there that are in a place to where they can't. I know there's a small percentage out there that they're struggling to find, to get hired someplace. And I feel for them. I also feel for the people that are actually disabled and that physically can't work. Because I know a lot of people in that boat, and they hate not being able to work. They hate not being able to earn their keep and take care of themselves. I can imagine that. I really could, and I hope and pray that I'm never in that position, until I'm ready to retire, and then, even then, I hope I'm still able to do things. Just maybe not work. Just, I can actually retire and enjoy retirement. But that's the key. Enjoy it. Still have my faculties and my sense and physical ability to, maybe do a little traveling, keep up with the hobbies I like, things like that. Work around the house. So, I'm thankful. I know a lot of people might think that's weird, to be thankful that you can work. But you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I was raised, my parents were both hard workers. They both worked. And still, my mom put in, a full-time job and still, looked after us boys. And, when those times were there where they needed a babysitter, they always made sure that we had a really good, trustworthy babysitter. And we did. But my parents raised me to work for what you get. Outside of gifts and stuff like that. People want to give you stuff or Christmas and birthday, stuff like that. That's exception. But day in and day out, put in the effort. So I feel bad for the people, especially this time of year, getting into the holidays, that really want to do that, but for whatever reason can't. Now, on the flip side of that, people that are perfectly able to work and choose not to, or think that that's not enough, that they still need to get taxpayers to provide for them on top of that. I know there are exceptions, but overall, I don't have a lot of sympathy for that. And the ones I'm talking about. It's a very small, it's a niche group. Okay, I'll say that it's not a big group of people, but there's just a small group of people that are perfectly able to work a full-time job and completely provide for themselves and their families. And they just choose not to. Because it's just easier. They'd rather just get handouts. So, I don't agree with that. That's just my opinion. I welcome people to agree with me or disagree with me. Don't matter. But, overall, even saying that, that itself is not a reason for me to get up in arms about things or to genuinely, dislike someone. It's one of those things you can dislike some things, things in regards to someone, without actually disliking the person. Okay. So, in generality, I dislike people that kind of take advantage of the system like that. But I can't single anyone out because, you know, outside of that little thing, then they're probably fairly decent people. Okay? Anyhow, I'm rambling. You know, it happens. We all know that. What I'm here to do is open up this big box that I have right here on the floor behind me. I will attempt to lift it up. It is 20 by 14 by 12. So it's a decent sized box, and it's extremely heavy. It is, I mean, not extremely heavy. It's 19 pounds, but for just a run-of-the-mill package, 19 pounds, I mean, that's, how often do you actually get packages, just in general, that are 19 pounds? Not often. I don't. Once in a blue moon. Which, does anybody actually knows how often that is? How often do we actually have a blue moon? Inquiring minds want to know. If you know, comment down below, let me know. Save me from having to Google it. Alright, we're going to open this up. Now, I know you're wondering, yeah, but you didn't even say what it was, Schmo. Clue us in a little bit here. Calm down. I'm getting there. Keep the suspense alive. This is from Bartons Discounts. You will find information about them down below in the description box, along with the information about moi and my business, the Old Treasure Isle, and all the places I sell, Macari, Poshmark, whatnot, eBay. This is one of their mystery boxes that you can buy from their secondary website. They do have their main website at Bartons Discounts. They're located in Indianapolis, Indiana. They are a liquidation company that specializes in pallets from all your big box stores. Everything from Lowe's and Home Depot to Kohl's to Walmart, Target, Meijer. They even occasionally get like food ones. They also have a separate, you can actually, they're open to the public, so anybody can go. You don't have to have like a business license or anything like that. Although if you do have a business license, I think you can actually, obviously then, you know, get to where you're tax exempt when you buy stuff, if you provide that you're an actual business. But they also have another place in their warehouse, I guess is what you'd say, that's more of like a retail setting. Low prices compared to what you would pay retail, but it's where they've taken certain pallets and they've opened up, you know, because I would say, I mean, I don't know how often they do it, but they, every so often, they take a pallet, and instead of putting the pallet out on the floor for somebody to buy the whole pallet, they break the pallet down, open up the boxes, and then, you know, they stock this area with those items. And so you can go in and you can just buy like single items. Just pretty much anything you can think of. They got, you know, they got several rows of just different stuff. They have all kinds of small appliances. They have furniture. So if you're in Indianapolis, Indiana, or within a reasonable driving distance, or if you're coming out this way for vacation, why not take a day and go explore at Bartons Discounts in Indianapolis, Indiana. Again, you'll find information down below. I'll make sure I put their address down there. But they have a sister site called buymysteryboxes.com, which is where, again, they take pallets, and as they break pallets down, they get, you know, and it's all new merchandise. And they make mystery boxes. If you're a subscriber to this channel, you've seen me open, in particular, the tech boxes before. You've seen me open the action figure mystery boxes, baby clothes. I've done a number of different ones. They're very reasonably priced. As for what you pay for the mystery box, you normally get like at least 3, sometimes 4 times retail value back. So it's worth checking it out. I think I paid Don't quote me on this. I want to say like $69.99 or $74.99, something like that, or 75, even in that ballpark. But this is men's apparel, and the reason I went with a men's apparel box is because on my Poshmark, I don't have, in comparison to like the women's clothes that I've gotten in overstock boxes and stuff, I still have quite a bit of designer brand women's clothes that I've gotten from, like Kohl's boxes and Neiman Marcus and Macy's and stuff like that. Very little men's. A lot of my men's stuff is already sold. So I decided to get a men's box. One, just because, I'm a dude, okay? So I think I might, maybe I'll find something I want. Or something I need. Like if it has a good pair of jeans in there, I can always use jeans. I go through jeans like crazy because I work so much. I'm not just at my job, but just, I spend a lot of time working around the house doing stuff. But yeah. So let's see what's in here. Let's see. They're supposed to have on average like 30 items. And it can be everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, Henleys, shorts, I don't know whether undergarments, socks, hoodies, whatever. Alright, here we have, and a lot of them will be brand new with tags. Some of them occasionally you might get where they're brand new but they don't have the tag on them, but you can tell that they're still brand new. So we have a nice, this is actually a pretty heavyweight sweatshirt. It looks like it's almost got like a, I don't know whether that's supposed to be like Santa or what, but a mustache, a beard. See what brand it is Goodfellow and Company, size extra large. Does have the tags on it. And yeah, I mean it's not like a extreme heavy duty, but it's not like thin either. It's got some. It'd definitely be a good one, especially if you're like me and you like wearing large or XL shirts. This would be a good one to, in colder temperatures where you could put like a thermal on and then put this over it in wintertime and still have room and not be like restricting. Okay. Next. This might be a longer video, okay? I'm telling you, especially because I rambled so much at the beginning, but anyway. Oh, here we have, is this authentic? I mean, I don't say that as an insult. I don't think they would put something in that wasn't. But I was just looking at, yeah, it's got, looks like it's got the actual, the like little hologram there. This is a Knight's Apparel brand Rivalry Threads 91. So since 1991. It's a t-shirt and it is for Ole Miss. Alright. I like that. I like it. I mean, it's not my team, but I like that it's a sports article because chances are that'll probably sell at a decent price and probably pretty quickly. We have a second one. Is it the same size? I don't even think I looked at the size on that one. That thing. Size large. This is extra large. So we have another Ole Miss. This was same color, extra large though. And it looks like we have another one. Is it the same size or? The plus of getting, oh no, this is a 2XL. Alright. So, there we go. Rebels. The plus side, if you get stuff that's the same size, is then when you list it, you can make it as one listing with multiple quantity. And most of your sale sites, if you do that, like I know eBay does, Poshmark. I don't know whether Mercari does or whatnot. I haven't really looked into that. But Poshmark and eBay, I know if you set it up where you have multiples of the exact same item, it'll basically kind of keep track of it on their end. So if you sell one, it'll change it for you. Alright, next, this might be another one of those. Oh no, this is different. This is different. We have got Goodfellow again. This is a long sleeve, like Henley type. Again, I mean, it's a pretty thick, it's a decent heavyweight shirt. It is a size medium. I don't know, that could almost go large though. Although it might shrink a little bit when you wash it, but it's a collared, what do they call this? Like a quarter button up. It's kind of a beige. Can't really see on camera, but it's like a light beige color. And I will probably, like some of these items, I try to whenever they sell, if they're wrinkled, which a lot of times they are from being in a box like this, I have a steamer iron. I'll just go over them real quick with the iron, kind of get the wrinkles out. Next, it looks like we got a pair of shorts. These are new, but they don't have like the outside tag on them. The brand is Pair of Thieves. Ready for anything. Size medium. Drawstring, they got the elastic in the waistband. It's kind of I wouldn't really say olive green. Maybe a forest green. Might be the right color to call it. And what did I say the size? I think I said the size, but medium. If I didn't. Not bad. Not really shorts weather unless you're living in like lower Texas or Florida or Louisiana. Although I think right now it's even getting kind of cold down that way. I think about the only place that are safe right now from the cold is like out in lower California, obviously Hawaii. Alright, here we have a Henley. Goodfellow and Company. Size large. This is it don't have the actual collar, it's just like a regular Henley, but it does have a front pocket. And it is pink. Yep. It is pink. The only time I think I ever wore pink was my daughter's wedding. My tie. Tie was pink. That was the colors they wanted. So I had a black tux with a pink tie. Alright, here we have Goodfellow and Company, size extra large, another kind of like sweatshirt. This one's got kind of like I'm going to say it's almost like a wave with like the sun behind it design. This is, I said extra large, but I don't know. That might almost be a fit like a 2X too. That's a pretty big extra large. Again, nice heavy weight. I like the blue. I have enough sweatshirts though. I don't need another one. Oh, here we have another one. It's an extra large. I don't know. I might try one on. If it fits pretty good, I might keep it. My house is colder. And one is it's an older house. It was built in 1920. I've made improvements to it. It stays a lot warmer than it used to, and I don't have to run the the furnace as much as I used to, because I've gotten some new windows. I've done some extra insulation in the bar, and I've gone around, caulked and stuff like that. But, it also gets cold just because I keep the thermostat set at like 63 and 64, because I don't like having that big ass gas bill to pay. I would rather just wear layers and have a little electric heater that, like one of those fireplace inserts, or an LED fireplace, which I've got one in the theater room. I'm getting ready to buy one to put in the bedroom, because I just went over the fireplace opening. Neither one of my fireplaces are actually used as like the fireplaces with the chimney. I've got chimneys. The one chimney, the one that goes to the one in the theater room, the only thing that it's actually used for is the furnace that's in the basement. Goes up, and then it's got a vent that goes up about halfway up in the chimney. So it basically comes up to the second floor and then goes into the chimney, and it vents out the chimney. Outside of that, the chimneys aren't used for the fireplaces at all. The fireplace that I originally had in the theater room was a gas fireplace that actually vented out a vent on the side of the house. It jacked the gas bill up way too high, so I kind of stopped using it, put a facade over it, and stained it to match the existing mantle, and then I have an LED fireplace hanging on it, which I can let run literally all day. It's not a hazard at all. It does a good job of heating that room up, and it only, uses literally pennies on the dollar, even when it's running all day. So I went over the opening for the fireplace, because I had one of those little electric inserts in it that just looks like logs. I took that out and went over it. One, mainly because the cat's starting to get her little climbing legs on her and jumping. I didn't want her to go in there and, climb up in the chimney. So again, I put a facade on it, painted it to match the existing mantle. I might even order it tonight, an LED fireplace to put in there. That was another ramble. Man, I'm good at rambling, aren't I? Here is a really nice, I don't know about you all, but I love thermals. Absolutely love them. This is, again, good pillow. This is a size small. It's kind of an olive green, nice thermal. If that was a medium, I probably would keep it. But a small, I think once it goes through the wash, it'd probably be a little too tight on me for my liking. Here we have another one. Again, same size though, size small. Another. So I can list those on Poshmark as one listing. And just to give you an idea, okay, this is retails for $20. So I'll probably start this out on Poshmark at like $15. Next, we have a white, looks like a t-shirt. Yeah, kind of a basic t-shirt, pocket tee. It does have the breast pocket there. Size medium. White shirt. I don't really wear white t-shirts. Occasionally, spring and fall, occasionally I might throw on a white t-shirt underneath the shirt that I'm wearing. But for the most part, I don't. Just because I work a lot. You know what happens to white if you're working up a sweat, right? Here we have a pair of shorts. A lot of Goodfellow, which I believe is that a Target brand, I think. Size large. These are actually a nice pair of shorts. I don't really wear shorts either. One, because I don't get a lot of sun on my legs, so I could probably blind people. And two, again, with work, you know, people would think I was in a massive accident if they saw my shins, because they get tore up from being at work and me hitting my shins on stuff, on a power washer, a mower, all kinds of stuff. I almost thought these might be like swim trunks, but they don't really have a liner on the inside, but they kind of feel, they almost feel kind of like a wetsuit material. So maybe they are. I don't know. Size large, and it says UPF 50 plus. So I don't know whether they're called Tech Jogger Shorts. Wrinkle resistant, moisture wicking, 4-way stretch, quick dry. Hits above the knee. And it's kind of a like a turquoise blue maybe. Size large again. Alright, I better not stack any more on that stack, otherwise it's just going to fall over. So we'll put those down there. Alright, let's see. Here we have Goodfellow and Company again. Size small. We have a shirt. Kind of threw me off because I think I think this pattern. I think in one of my boxes I got a shirt similar to this, but a little bit different cut. But it was a women's shirt, but it had the same color pattern on it. So it's got, you can't really tell on camera, but that's kind of like a reddish, like a real light red, almost like pastel, and then blue. Just real thin stripes. Of course, it's very wrinkled because it's been sitting in a box. But alright, let's see. What we got? Ooh, what is this? These are in plastic, so I'm not going to take them out of the plastic. But size XXL. All in Motion is the brand. It's a lightweight insulated jacket. Says it's water resistant, wind resistant, insulated. Black. Nice. What did I say? What size did I say it was? I did say the size, didn't I? XXL. Yeah. Retails for $40, so I'll probably list it at like $30. And I probably will take it out of the plastic just so I can get a good picture of it. Here we have another one, same size. So I have two of those. Next, I think this is just another one of those white pocket tees. Oh no, this one doesn't even have a pocket. So this is just a plain t-shirt. It's new, but it does not have the tag on it. I'd imagine this was probably only like $5 or $6 retail. So, I don't know, what size is this? It's a small. Yeah, so I mean that'll literally be like $4. That's what I'll list it for. Alright, next. Ooh, this feels nice. It's like a dark gray. Is this a hoodie? Yes, it is a hoodie. It's got the neck drawstring, size XL. Goodfellow and Company. Retails for $28. Does it have... Alright, it does have the... does have actual pockets on each side instead of like, you know, some of them have that like kangaroo pouch pocket. I hate that. You put stuff in it and then it just falls out. Yeah, this has got like actual pockets. But yeah. So if it retails for $28, I'll probably list it at like $22 or $23. Alright. One of those. Looks like we got another one. We might have like 3 of these. Let's see, there's a random piece of string. Size XL. I think that's what the other one was too. Same color. Hoodie. So you've been keeping track as I've been, you know, putting off like just these 3 hoodies alone is more than what I actually paid for the whole box. And it was free shipping. So, I mean, you cannot complain. I'm telling you, whether you're a reseller or whether you're a guy or girl or kids or whatever, I mean, you could literally buy one of their kids, like even their baby boxes. If you've got one, if you're expecting or you got a newborn, go on, buy one of their baby clothes boxes, because chances are you will get a number of, especially if, like newborn, if you just had a baby, pretty much everything in the box you'll get a couple $100 worth of baby clothes for like 60. I think they sell them for like $65 or something like that. All brand new, brand names. I absolutely love Bartons discounts. All right, here we have, these look like they're kind of like pajama bottoms. Drawstring, black. What does that say? Size small. Yeah. Yeah, they're real soft. They're almost like a fleece. Yeah, if they were medium, I'd probably almost keep them. Because that would be something that I would, you know, wear around the house and just sleep. Alright, we're getting down. Looks like we got, I don't know, like 5 or 6 more in the box down here. Oh. Another Ole Miss Rebels t-shirt. Size medium. So what do we got? We had a medium, a large, an extra large, and a 2XL. So I got multiple sizes for people that are fans of Ole Miss. Here's another pair of those like fleece pajama bottoms. These are size medium. Ooh, I don't know. I might have to try those on. They are kind of sheer a little bit though, so you probably definitely want to wear something underneath them. Unless you're with your significant other and you're feeling a little frisky, then hey. Okay. Yeah. You might get their attention, you know. Alright, white pocket tee. Size medium. Basic white tee. I'll have to check. I don't remember what size the other one was. So we got a few of these down here, so I'm just going to look at the sizes. That's medium again. Does have a pocket on it. Medium again. And these retail for $15. So yeah, the pocket ones retail for $15. Actually, that plain, that white one that didn't have a tag on it, I mean, that might actually be more like a $10 tee. Since the only difference really is that these have a pocket on them. Size medium again, so I think that makes what, like 5 mediums? Alright, here we got some print pajama bottoms. Looks like they have got, I don't know, is that Bluey? Is that what that character's name is? It kind of looks like Bluey. Oh, yeah. Hey, if I look at the tag, it would tell me it's Bluey. Size large. Those might go over. Somebody might like one of those. And it's got the actual, I mean, it's the actual Bluey tag in it, so. Alright, here is a pair of Wonder Shop, I think is what it's called. Pajama pants. Retail for $10. Basically just a simple like plaid print. Yeah, Wonder Shop at Target. Size is large. Those definitely feel like they'd probably be comfortable. Next, oh, we got a Grinch shirt. It's got the actual Grinch Dr. Seuss logo in it. Retails for $14. So there's the front. Current mood. And then there's the back. And obviously he looks the same in every picture. So that's kind of cool. Who doesn't like the Grinch? Thought it was kind of cool at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where Jim Carrey and what is her name? Taylor Momsen, or I can't remember exactly how to pronounce her name, but lead singer for Pretty Reckless. She played the little girl. Is it? Something Lou Who, right? Yeah, so they kind of got to reconnect at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Here we have a like tan, beige, XXL pocket tee. Good fella. Here's another XXL pocket tee. Same thing. I know the video's getting long. I'm hurrying. We got 2 items left, it looks like. Here we have a pair of shorts. These are definitely, feel like they're moisture wicking. The brand again is that All in Motion. Where is the size at? I don't see the size anywhere. Large. So, there you go. Yeah, shorts, like I said, I don't know whether they would really sell right now or not. And the last item is, what is this? Just caught that tipping out of the corner of my eye there. Steak. What is this? What are you going to say? I can't really read what it says. Alright, it's pajamas, but I don't know whether it's, looks like they threw it into like a Target bag. So, I'm guessing maybe this was a customer return. It's still new. Does have a tag on it. Very, very soft. Incredibly soft. It's got the like 2 buttons. Almost kind of like an ugly sweater type look to it, but it's definitely a pajama top, size large. Retails for $15. Yeah. I cannot say exactly. I mean, this is incredibly soft. Almost feels like silk. I don't think it is, but that's what it feels like. Alright, that's it. I know, long video, but man, that was a lot to go through. There was definitely probably at least around 30 items in there, maybe more. Again, and just looking at retail price, I mean, I didn't keep a running total, but I would imagine retail, I would guess there's probably at least $300, possibly more like $400 retail here. But if I had to really stake a claim, I'd say it's probably right in the ballpark of 300. So, resale wise, if I get between, if once everything sells, obviously not everything's going to sell right away. In fact, some of the stuff it might come back a couple years, and I might still have some of this stuff left. But that's why when I list it in inventory, I list each item individually. I break it down, like I'll count the number of items that I got in the box and divide what I paid for the box by that, so that I know, okay, basically I paid this much for each item. And then if there's one or two things I want to keep, I'll take those out, and I can just write that out as though, okay, I bought those from the box with my own money. All the other items that came in the box, I used business funds to buy. And then, that all works out just that way when I do all the paperwork at the end of the year. But yeah, if I make say $150 to $200, which I could see being feasible, that's a good payday. When you look at, I'm pretty sure I paid like $75 for it. But any of those catch your interest, keep an eye on Poshmark. That's where I will list them. Every item you've seen will be listed in Poshmark. I know, extremely long video. But hey, if you stayed till the end, comment down below and say, Schmo, I stayed till the end. Those exact words. Schmo, I stayed till the end. And then I'll know you watched it all the way through. Greatly appreciate it. And stay tuned. I did order a couple. They still had their buy two, get one free Mystery Grill thing going on at Mystery Grill. So I bought 2 more boxes. Got one free. I think 2 of the boxes I bought were 2 different ones that I hadn't gotten before. So those, I believe, should be here tomorrow. I think. Well, not here, but they'll be at UPS where I can go pick them up tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As always, look out for yourself and everyone around you so you have a much better chance of staying safe and healthy. Until next time, see you.